Howdy, welcome to Friday's video this week. Day 4 in a row again. My last day, got tomorrow off to go to a friend's wedding, so last proper video of the week. I'll be back out Tuesday, so never fear. Bedfordshire. Video today all about Flitwick and Ampthill. Starting just outside Flitwick, a little village called Greenfield, with today's sponsors of the video, who are these guys. The Compasses. So a Wells & Co boozer. These guys also own a pub in Little Addington that I did a few weeks back when I was over at Northamptonshire. So it's a sister pub to that. Very kind of them to sponsor a second crawl. So let's get in. Let's get out of the rain. The weather is pretty horrid. Let's get out of the rain, get in and see what the Compasses has got to say for itself today. The Bell in Little Addington is an absolute beauty. It was shut down for a while. These guys brought it back to life. Basically gave the village their pub back, where it's been I think a Mexican restaurant or something for a while, which is not really what you need in a village like Little Addington. So I expected big things with this, getting here, knowing who's in charge, and yeah, they've duly delivered on it already. So yeah, Wells & Co pub. Probably slightly more of a dining one than a drinkers one. Maybe it's a big dining space, but it's gorgeous. Beers. So as you would know, Brew Point, obviously the Wells & Co brewery in Bedford. So you're going to find them 3 cask offerings for in here: Doombar, Fuller's Pride, and Adams South Wolds. But the place is lovely. So nice little bar area, but massive dining space for this one out too. The back with some lovely old fireplace in there, but yeah, lovely looking establishment. It's a lovely big table in that corner, isn't it? And it is a very nice little restaurant-y bit. Got a little garden to the rear and things as well, so in the summer I bet that is absolutely packed out there. People running it are absolutely lovely, as I expected, and I've even got some lunch on the way. We've got some food coming off the little starters bit. Some pork belly bites to start with. Get me lips around those. They look incredible. Ham rump, cold cannon mash, broccoli. Again, looks pretty exquisite to me, doesn't it? Look at that. Very impressed with the food. Very impressed. Food, pretty exceptional. I thought it would be, and it really was. Right, from Greenfield, it's straight into Flitwick. Really isn't difficult to navigate down to Flitwick. Straight here, and there's 3 or 4 left in Flitwick to do. So we'll start with this. It is the Crown, and there's a banner around the other side. This is under new management. Very old pub, sat down in the residential part of the little town of Flitwick. So it's been here a while, established 1796, it says as well. Real ales, pub games, live music. Let's get in and see live music every weekend. So let's go and see what it's like these days. Traditional old style layout, split into 2 sides. Bar side with a pool table in, dining side, lounge bar if you will, to this. Timmy Taylor's landlord. Honest cask. It's good as well. Reasonable array on the keg stuff. Really big beer garden. Obviously the weather, not really beer garden weather today, so it's all locked up to go out there. I can show you, it's quite big. Big old space there, that goes quite a long way back. Bit of decking. So food smells pretty good. It's just the one side, so the pool table through the other. Timmy Taylor's landlord. But yeah, old little town pub. On a bit of pub grub down here. Got a decent little pub grub style menu. New landlady's been here since January. Doing a wonderful job with the place. So definitely one, come check out, give it a shout. There's a couple in the centre of Flitwick to do that are pretty close together. Right by big Tesco's. Did one by big Tesco's yesterday in Weston as well, didn't I? Big Tesco's, I love that. Calling them big Tesco's and little Tesco's. Anyway, this has certainly had a spruce up since I lived around here 20 odd years ago. This certainly looks a lot better than it did then. Here's the Swan, and yeah, so established 1876, another Wells & Co place, but that certainly looks a lot smarter than it did 20 odd years ago when the last time I was around here. This looks a lot nicer than it did then. Looks pretty spiffing now, with a little garden space round to the side, look. let's get into it. Swan stop 3. Wells and Co. boozer, which obviously you will find a lot of Wells and Co. owns ones around here. Formerly Charlie Wells for many years. Then they sold it, stopped brewing, then decided they wanted to brew again, so they set up Brew Point, which now brew for Wells and Co. It's a long story, but trust me, you'll find a lot of their pubs still around this area, and their beers, what they make at Brew Point, pretty good. Couple of hours on Ghost Ship and half of the world away. But yeah, these are some of the should the Brew Point Charlie Wells ones. Load start full on. Nice looking pub. And a lovely pub doggy who is wandering around somewhere. He was here a minute ago. Oh, he's on there, look. What a sweetheart. Yeah, he's a bit soggy, he's been outside, but nice looking boozer. Split into 2 sides. An awful lot nicer in there than it was the last time I was in there. Yeah, it's got to be 15, probably maybe even 20 years ago since I've been in there. So fair play to them. Improved it no end. Right, the other one, next one, just there. So get back across this road, I'll see you outside. The Bumblebee. Infamous Flitwick boozer, been around for the area as long as I can remember. You saw one of those great golf machines, you know the ones, the golden tee machine that you'd hammer the ball and make the, play the golf machine. Yeah, I love the golf machine. I wonder if that's still in here. Probably isn't. But again, it's probably been 20 years since I've been in it. Let's get in and see what they've done with the place. It's stop 4 of the day. Another one that's definitely had a spruce up from when I was here last. So they've put some money into keeping them going around here. There's no golf machine anymore. It's obviously long gone. It used to be sat over here in this corner behind me, like where I am. So behind you. There's a pool table in here now. I think there always was a pool table. Plenty of screens. It's a Green King. So Green King IPAs on 3 hand pulls. 3 times the fun. Always was a big local style pub, so yeah, pool table and screens. Yeah, it's got just Green King IPA as the car scale, and it's on 3 pumps. It is dog friendly, and it's always been a busy, thriving boozer. Alright, final one to do of Flitwick then is the Blackbirds. I always remember this being a pretty decent boozer. It wasn't a Green King that I'm aware of back in the day, so I'm interested to see what they've changed. And what they've done, and if it's just going to be Green King IPA, who knows? Let's hope it's not. But yeah, I always remember this one, probably being my favourite of the Flitwick pubs back in the day. So Blackbird stop 5. Green King have definitely stamped their mark on it, genericked it up a little bit from what I remember, but it's not offensive. It has got Yardbird on as a car scout as well as Green King IPA. Some of their better keg offerings. Garden here, it's a really big garden, always was. And yeah, it's a long, narrow sort of pub, but it's still got a bit of character to it. Yeah, great. You don't see Yardbird on a cask that often, so alongside the Green King IPA, Yardbird is really good on keg. So, but it's definitely been Green Kinged over the time. But it's still not a bad looking pub. Still got a little bit of character to it. That old fireplace still there down the corner, look. So. Yeah, good dining space. Always did have a decent dining area to go along with that massive great garden. That's the Blackbirds for you. Well, this end, take up the other end as well, out this way. So there it is. Oh, see, long, narrow pub, but always had a really good garden space on it, and it still has an excellent beer garden. In the summer, that is absolutely jam-packed full. Always was. Quality. Not today, obviously, but quality garden. Right, weather is not getting any friendlier. That's kind of learned to deal with that these days. So let's complete a hat trick. Into Ampthill itself, to bring up a 3rd Green King boozer in a row. Also, I said the last time I was here, that wasn't a Green King either, I don't think. So they've obviously bought up quite a lot around here. So let's go in and see what this one's got to offer. Engine and tender. Stop 1 of Ampthill, stop 6 of the day. Thriving. It's only 3:15. It's Friday, but only 3:15 on a Friday. It's only a small pub, but it's pretty much packed. Can't really get to the pub. It is Green King IPA, Abbott, Genevieve, which is a Green King collab, and Timmy Taylor's landlord. It is possible, Green King. You do let people do it. Do it more often. It's a nice little local. Oh, no, I can't get to the bar, but you don't need to see the bar. Anyway, so I've told you what the car scales and stuff are on, and as you can see, yeah, there's people. There's a couple of tables on the other side as well. People pretty much everywhere you look in here. So thriving, little locals. Okay, a little wander along, and I've been joined by Trouble jumped on the train for once to come and meet me. Can't do anything these days, can I, on my own? So, yeah, 100 or so yards down the road on the other side. Bring you to the Albion. That one is an Everard's. Now, what do I always say? Ones who watch all of my videos, I have never been in a bad Everard's pub. I don't think there is such a thing. I don't think I'll ever find one. So, the fact that this is now under the Everard's stewardship definitely fills me with confidence. It is stop 7 of my day. As expected, with all Everard's pubs, there's a certain level of quality that you would expect in both the look, the ambience, and the beer. And they've hit the nail on the head with all three in here. Again, it certainly looks a lot better than it did the last time I was here. It's had that proper Everard's makeover to it, and it's just a thriving little boozer now, and I'm a big fan. Everard's Beer Tour, they make some really good ones, do Everard's, and I have gone with Festival of the Cask. First time trying that one for me, but it is a really nice looking little boozer, look. Have a squeeze into this little back room. As you see, busy. That's what we need. That's what little pubs should be on a Friday night. Friday nights have died off in so many places, so many times that it's nice to see when they are busy like this. Lovely looking little boozer, traditional little feel to it, and yeah, nice to actually see it so busy on a Friday night. Come out of that, cross straight over, and go down the side street, and guess what? Yeah, it's another Green King. This one, the Ottery Arms. So, literally, so we were just on the other side of that house, just up there. So it's as close as that to walk down to. So what's this? My 4th Green King pub, 8 of the day, and Green King number 4. But they've all been pretty good so far. So nothing to moan about. Let's get in and see what the Ottery Arms has to say. A little family-friendly traditional pub. Not going to film too much of it. There's loads of children in the other room, so I just don't really feel comfortable with the need to wander around filming too much when it's kids in. Lots of dogs in here as well, though. That's always good. That's always fun. It's just a little. It feels it's probably least than tenanted as a Green King. Couldn't see any cask ale on, but they've got the stuff that they look like hazy day, level head, things like that. So sent Holly to the bar. Quite aside, I mean, it's got a couple of lovely feature bits into it, but yeah, it's loads of kids through onto that side, so we won't wander on through there too much. The doggy's in the pub though. There you go. Always good when you can see a dog. He's having the time of his life, just wandering around. Bless his heart. Nice enough looking little bar and stuff, but yeah, dogs everywhere. That's a little garden at that side. Head back onto the main high street that goes through the middle, the very narrow roads that the Albion is on. Next along, about 3-minute walk, bring you there. The Old Sun. So that one is another Charles Wells. So that brings up what, the third Wells & Co, Charlie Wells pub of the day as well. So one behind Green King so far for the area. But yeah, lovely old school, traditional looking little frontage to it. So looking forward to getting in and doing that. It's the start of October, so Oktoberfest, 3rd to the 5th. It is the 3rd of October I'm filming this on, so a bit of live music going to be on later on. But beautiful looking frontage to this. There's a lovely looking boozer. This is an absolutely beautiful little pub. It's kind of split into two sides. The bar runs along, and you've got the wall in the middle, splitting the sort of the bar from the lounge, I suppose. Then a room behind with a pool table, and of course, with it being Oktoberfest and live music and stuff at the moment, there is something quite exciting going on in the garden. So we'll have a wander through. I'll show you a bit in the garden as well. But this is a beauty of a pub. The one little traditional side to it, and wander on through. This would have been the old lounge bar bit, I thought. So fog on again. So we've seen that a few times today. I'm on the tribute. I do like some All Stars tribute, and it is a cool little room. But we're gonna have a wander on through the pool room and head on out to see what's going on with this Oktoberfest thing. Loving the aprons, lads, loving the aprons. So, big old garden on it again. So there's quite a few around here with big gardens. It's a shame they've got the weather that they have tonight, but they've opened their little garden gin bar for Oktoberfest beers. So, German serving wench, complete with and all sorts out there. But yeah, another epic garden for it. Beautiful traditional little boozer this is. Beautiful traditional little place. Continue on walking down the high street. This road is so busy, so narrow, the streets. it's not built for the volume of traffic that goes along it, believe me. But this one is the one that has been said to me the most times today and was definitely recommended the most times on Facebook. Brand new since I was ever around here, and it is craft beery. Hi, there it is, in the busiest part of the town as well, coming down here. So there's going to be a lot of cars going past, a lot of noise, I'm sure, but I'll do my best. So that is Maravves, purveyors of high-class beer, high-class craft beer. That's from what I've heard. So yeah, been very much looking forward to getting in and seeing this one after the amount of times it's been talked up to me today. Let's go and do it. Why was this so highly recommended to me? I hear you ask. You know why. It's a belter. It's an absolute banger of a craft beer bar. They're making the most of what little space they've got available to them, spanning it across multiple levels to try and cram more people in. And I guarantee you, they cannot keep up with the demand for the space for people wanting to come here. It's a great little place. It's got some absolute belters on the beer board, Untapped, Left-Handed Giant, Passion Fruit Mango Sour. Happy days for me. Let me show you around what I can. There's not enough space in here for what the demand is, but there's your little your craft beer lineup. All goes through Untapped on the wall and stuff up there. But it isn't just the stuff on the taps, which is pretty special. They've got a wonderful array of stuff over here in the fridges. Vault City, Track, Verdant. I mean, the hits, the hits just keep on coming in the fridge. Beak, phenomenal. Two Flints, Daya. You know, you name it, Rivington, you name a good UK brewery, and the majority of them are going to be here. And then if you want the Delirium stuff and the Belgian beers, you're going to find them in it as well. So this is the lower flooring. So there's a little seating bit to the middle, just with two people. They've done everything they can to cram as many people into this, which they need to do, because it's just a wonderful little place. There you go, from the stairs. Good array. I've gone with that corporate conference from Left-Handed Giant, which is really nice. Let's walk back up to show you. They've done literally everything they can to get as many people in here as humanly possible. Fair play to them. They get some delicious little nibbles and treats and stuff in Maravves. Look at that. They're doing everything right. It's such a wonderful place. It's just not big enough. It's not big enough for what they need. Ampthill is definitely crying out for something like that. And you can see by how busy it is that they need more space. So fair play to them. Second site incoming, who knows? Dead opposite that though is this one. In Ampthill Institution, this one, the White Hart. I said this was a thriving, big old boozer for many years now. I remember you saw a little nightclubby type bit on the back, from what I remember back in the day as well. Don't think that's there anymore, but the pub certainly looks like it's still going strong. Stop 11 of the day. Absolutely bustling. The place is mega busy. There's not a spare seat or anything anywhere in the house. Again, they've done a really good job with making this look really swanky these days. Beautiful looking old fireplace feature. Nice sort of horseshoe style bar. Busy on food and stuff for the back as well, but good mix of people in. Ampthill on a Friday night is pretty banging. Start you in the only place that is quiet with this old fireplace feature in the corner. But it's been very well done. I mean, obviously it is an old building, but it isn't as old, perhaps internally, as they would like you to believe with what they've done. But it looks really good. As you see though, absolutely packed full. No space at the bar, no space anywhere else to see. No cask, it's all keg stuff. But yeah, good age range, good mix of people in, and a good feel to the place. It's so busy. It's great to see. So often I go out on a Friday night and places are deserted. Certainly not Ampthill. Come out of the White Hart, head round the corner and down into a courtyard where we've been told about this one. Big Ten. Smoke and grill, so it sounds more like an American restaurant to me. However, people have said, no, you should definitely go and see it. It is definitely a drinks place to go and see as well. So while we're here, might as well carry on working down. It's a beautiful old building. Let's go and see it. Big Ten, stop 12 of the day. Agree with the general consensus. It's definitely worth popping into for just the beer. Good little vibe downstairs. It's got Rebel IPA on as well, so I'm happy with that. Tiny Rebel, one of Tiny Rebel's better ones for sure. Decent little keg mix, including a German beer, as you would probably expect at the moment. Right, Rebel IPA, I have a Gamma Ray, Thatcher's Haze and a Guinness, which is very, very well looked after in here, I am told. But yeah, a bit of sort of dive bar, a bit craft beery, a bit rocky, a bit underground, bit of a vibe to it. Up here, so it used to be a Mexican restaurant, so I know I'm not going to subject me walking up the stairs, but I'm going to take you upstairs and show you that as well. Cool little seating bit you can set up there as well. But yeah, it was a Mexican restaurant called Fajitas for many, many years. Pretty stylish, cool little building, isn't it? Cool little nooks and crannies, loads of beams and things. Gotta love a place like this, and those seats, Holly will want them. Great little place, that Big Ten. Glad people suggested that, because it might have been one that went under our radar, because it does come up, it shows as like an American restaurant dive bar, so wouldn't necessarily have come up to us to search pubs, so may have missed it, but it's definitely 100% well worth you going to see. A great little gaff, really is a great little gaff. Right, we're going to do a little loop then to finish the rest off. So we've walked across the main road up to where the supermarket, I think is it Waitrose? Waitrose, up to where's Waitrose, and opposite that is this one, a massive great Wells & Co pub called the Prince of Wales. Now this one I do remember from back in the day, most definitely, but again, being an old Charlie Wells place, when they switched the brand into Wells & Co and everything like that, they have certainly spruced up the outside, so chances are they've spruced up the inside as well. Prince of Wales, stop 13 for my day. Again, definitely been spruced up nicely in here, really nicely. 2 car scales on. It's an Adnams one and Timmy Taylor's a landlord. Mega busy again, especially with dining. Busy on the dining space of things, and quite a few of the Charlie Wells beers and things on as well. So I don't think they're cheering for me. In fact, I know they're not. I'm taking on a wonder. Taylor's landlord, South Wales is the other one, and a Rosie's Pig. That is actually getting really popular, the Rosie's Pig, everywhere with. I walk around my wife. Supernova and Foghorn from Brew Point, Charles Wells one. And yeah, look at this through here. This is where the cheering was coming from. They said they definitely weren't cheering for me. But near enough a full dining space again. Lovely fireplace and stuff to the back. Food looks and smells absolutely amazing. And this fireplace at the back is absolutely beautiful. 2 left for Ampthill to do. So following the rule of thumb of going in a big circle for the final bit, we've walked up on this side of the road to cross over, and then we'll go back down, drop into the town for the last one. An ultimate stop of the day then, the Queen's Head, which is another iconic sort of old traditional style little boozer that has been here many years. Someone described it earlier as a little bit like God's waiting room. So you know what, it sounds right up my street. That's exactly the kind of boozer that I like. Hopefully some decent ales on. Let's get in and find out. I don't know why it was described as God's waiting room. You know what? Half of the it's quite busy. There's a big back room here, and most of the people in there are youngsters. So certainly isn't that. A couple of decent cask ales on from Timothy Taylor's, landlord and bolt maker. Some quirky items up on the walls. Let's just call them that for now. But it's a proper old school pub, and I like it. Yeah, in this side, bolt maker and Timmy Taylor's landlord are on, but yeah, some of the quirkiness up on the walls, at least. Some horns, a mask, some other bits, badger's heads, plenty of little miniatures and things on there. But you see, it's a collection mainly of younger folks around on this side, a rambunctious room with a piano and stuff on that side, and then down to this end, a slightly more traditional style bar with some of the older folks in it as well. It's actually a pretty vibing pub. It's way too busy to show you what's on the bar, so I don't think it's been a particularly successful videoing evening, especially for showing you around many of them. But it's a really good little night out until. Plenty of variety here, plenty of good people, plenty of good old pubs. It's a lovely old little market town. So one to go, which is this. Here is the Hyde Cafe Bar. So come down the slope back from there and you'll come along to the Hyde. So stop 15 of the day and the final one to do. One busy, nowhere to sit. Stood camped in the far corner, which is the only part of the room you can stand in. So Yeah, busy on a Friday night especially. I should imagine it's pretty thriving on a Saturday around here as well. But yeah, on a Friday, Ampthill is the place to be. So, final one of the night, little cafe bar at Highs. Nice looking little cafe bar. Spirit range, particularly some gins and things up there. Quite nicely done. So this is up there. I don't know what Peelson's was, but it was that since 2014. Obviously, it isn't anymore because it's now the Hyde. But as you can see, no chairs, no tables, not even outside. It's all undercover out there, but all busy out there as well. It does have a really lovely little courtyard garden again, but yeah, that's also packed. But it looks very, really nice there. So that is the Hyde for you, and that is final stop of the night. Things to a close, Ampthill and Flitwick. So yeah, there are some really decent little pubs here. It's a really good little vibe on a Friday. Really busy, lovely people. Come and see it. Yeah, you get it for yourself. But I will try and get round here on a less chaotic day next time and get some better video for you.